Hey, how's it going? Can I survive 100 days in hardcore Stone Age Minecraft? I'll have to battle against grizzly bears and the weather and starvation, so stick around and find out what happens. And hey, if you like these kinds of videos and want to see more of them, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If this video does well, I plan on making more of them, so don't miss out. But hey, let's jump right into the video. All right, day number 1, and man. It did not start out the best. No, fell right into a hole. So I had to make a shovel and get out of here as quickly as possible. Took out my anger on that bird that I was chasing that made me fall in the hole and just started digging out. And yeah, quickly realized that, I'd have to make some javelins and things like that to survive in the wilderness here on day number 1. And look at that, I found this watering hole here. This thing's pretty nice. If you jump inside of it, it'll heal you faster than normal. So I took a nice little bath there, and once I got out, I decided to absolutely murder this pig. I would need a lot of different food in this mod pack, because the more food you have, the more health you'll have. Also, listen to the sound of this guy. That is awful. That is just awful. Also, look at that. Found a bunch of clay. We're gonna need a bunch of this clay for the mod pack because it requires clay for pretty much everything you do if you're making tools. So I ended up getting as much as I could of this stuff. And then this is where it started to turn nighttime, so I needed to get shelter fast because the mobs will absolutely destroy me in this game. So I just ended up digging into this hole here and waiting out the night. I made a bunch of these clay vessels that store like food and other items you can carry around. So I made a bunch of those, and then I also made a water jug. And I also did this on accident. Wasn't the best moment of my life. Oh, no. Run. Oh, that was close. That was too close. All right, day number 2. Survived my first night. I ended up grabbing up my ceramic vessels out of the ground. My plan was to find some nice little cove or something like that to set up a little house, but I still wasn't too sure what I wanted, so I just kind of walked around collecting sticks. Look at this ravine. One slip and I would absolutely get splattered. Oh, look at this. I found this lava pool. I don't know what this stuff is around it. I couldn't mine it, so I just left it alone. And I found these dogs. I was a little scared if they attacked or not. I didn't know in this mod pack, so I just kind of left them alone. I did not want to get, murdered by dogs in the first day. I ended up finding a bunch of this bismuth ore, and we're going to need a lot of this stuff to make bismuth bronze in the future. So I just ran around collecting it until it got dark, and then, some not so good stuff happened. Stay back or I'll shoot. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Alright, spiders got hands. These spiders got hands. Oh. Look. Sheep. Hi, guys. Goodbye. This night was really not going well for me. I was just getting attacked by mobs left and right. But I ended up finding this nice little area here, and this is where I'd end up building my house. I ended up spending the rest of the night in the water because I could not deal with the mobs anymore. Day number 3, I became a good little colonist and just started absolutely destroying the wildlife and all of the trees around my area. Just collecting all this wood to start building my house. Okay. I started digging out the layout of my house. I didn't want to make anything too big just because it's the starting house and I don't actually have the materials yet to make a full house. I needed to get a saw in order to do that. So it's just kind of like the little outline of it. Looking good, looking good. I needed to make more clay vessels, so I just dug a hole right here and started placing them in. But I found out pretty quickly that there was going to be a problem with this. You'll see in a second. Oh shit! Oh shit! Fire! Oh no! No! Oh shit! I'm gonna have a wildfire. No. It won't stop. Well, I want to stop. Alright. Okay. Jesus. Oh my god. So yeah, I ended up moving it away from my house and the trees and anything flammable And then, yeah, I did that. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And then, yeah, a bunch of mobs started attacking me, and it was just no good. So I think I ended up staying in the water again for the 3rd night in a row. Day number 4, I made some clay bowls that I can use to make salads, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put those right in the ground here and smelt them up. I managed to go exploring and find some green beans and all sorts of metals. I found a bunch of like copper, and man, I really wish I remembered where this area was at because I'd have some trouble finding copper later on. I tried putting up some temporary straw blocks as walls. You can go through them so they don't really work that well, but I'd still have to stay out in the water for night number 4. Day number 5, I tried using the gold pan to get some more ore, but it really isn't worth it. You can't get much from it. Like you sit there for maybe 5 minutes and get 1 piece, so it really wasn't worth it. So I ended up scrapping that idea and just going and filling in my house with more of the thatch blocks. I also ended up making my first salad, which we're going to need a lot of different ingredients because the way the health system works in this game is like the more variety of foods you have, the more health you'll end up having. During the night, I made the saw mold, and we need that to create planks. So I actually have walls in my house instead of these thatch walls that really don't keep anything out.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, we're out of here. We're out of here. Nope. Dude, he has so much health. He has so much health. I can't kill him. Come on. Alright. Nope.
Day number 6, I made the saw. And finally, I can actually get walls in my house. I won't be having skeletons drop in whenever they feel like it now. I'll actually have, some protection.
Finally. I finally made the saw. I can finally get some walls in my house. Oh my god, I'm so tired of mobs jumping in on me.
Finally made the planks. Now it's just I have to start taking down the thatch and replacing with the pine planks.
Oh, this is gonna take forever. These things break so slow.
I also made the crafting table, so now I have the full crafting grid. Crafting tables in this aren't like the same, I guess, in regular Minecraft. Once you make it, it just fills in your entire crafting grid here, which is kind of nice because I really don't like going to the crafting table to make stuff, and especially in this where like it's gonna suck carrying a crafting table around with you wherever you go. And hey, look at that. I made the loom, which we'll need that because I need to get wool as fast as possible to make a bed so I can sleep through the night. I also ended up making a chest and a sluice. Day number 7, it rained the entire day and the mobs kept on attacking me throughout the day. I tried figuring out the sluice. God, this thing gave me so much trouble. It really did. Like, the wiki told me one thing, but then I had to look up YouTube tutorials on how to do other things, like how to actually do it. It was so confusing. I eventually got it, but oh my god, it probably took me like 10 minutes. Also, this happened again.
Not again. Are you serious? Come on, get out of my house, dude.
I couldn't kill them. I couldn't kill the skeleton at all. I had to spend another night in the water. It was so demoralizing. It really was. Day number 8, I went exploring, just looking for whatever I could find, and look at this cool hole I found. Don't know where it goes, but it's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. I also managed to find this copper in the wall, but I don't have a pickaxe, so I can't mine it. So I just took the coordinates for it and left.
Ooh, look, it's a bear. Oh, he's chasing me. Oh, nope. Alright. No. Stay away. Stay away from me.
Day number 9. I didn't do a lot. I just kind of walked around more. I found some corn. That was pretty cool. I also found a dog.
Ooh, a dog. I'm gonna see if it attacks. Doesn't look like it. Very cool.
I also made some fence posts because I want to get some sheep so I can get the wool for the bed. That's really, really important. I want to do that as fast as possible. Day number 10. I wanted to see if I could make rope from jute because I read on the wiki that you could. I also ended up making another barrel. I meant to make a bucket, but I realized I didn't know how to make a bucket. So I looked on the wiki again and figured it out.
Alright, how does this work? Do I just seal it? Out? In? Oh, alright, cool.
I also decided to climb the mountain right next to my house because I read that sheep live on the hills. And you know what? I was right. Look at down there. Finally can get my bed. But it turns out you can't just shear them right away if they don't like you. So I had to capture them, and I needed to feed them once per day in order to gain their trust so they would let me shear them.
Do you guys want some corn? Here. Eat some corn. Very yummy.
During the night, I made the mold for a pickaxe, a prospector pick, and a axe as well. Nearing the morning of day 11, I ended up putting these guys into the ground to cook them. I only had enough ore for 2 of them, so I was going to pick the pickaxe and the prospector's pick.
Alright, I can finally get the pickaxe. Finally. 10 days. 10 whole days. Wait a minute. No, I want to get the prospector's pick. No. Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
Alright, day 11. I finally finished my roof. At least I at least made it so the mobs wouldn't fall through it. I also got some stone to make my floor look nice because I'm tired of walking on the dirt floor. Day number 12, I went and fed the sheep. Not sure why they're red. It's a visual glitch. It happened throughout the playthrough. And I got my first piece of wool, but only one of them let me shear them. The other ones were still not. They didn't like me enough. Now to make the wool, I have to use this little like swindle thing and make wool yarn and then put that on the loom. But I don't have enough. But by day 13, I got another piece, and this makes the first wool cloth out of 3 I needed to get a bed. After that, I just decided to travel. I wanted to find some more metal, so I went back to that area where I found the copper.
Kaolinite. Wait, this isn't copper? Oh my god, dude. This sucks. I wanted copper.
Even though it wasn't copper, I did manage to find a bunch of coal, which was really, really nice because I'll need a lot of this later on. And then during the night, I just made a couple more chests and organized them a bit. Day number 14, I didn't really do a lot. I found another sheep, so I just led him back to my house and managed to push him into the pen with all the other sheep. Day number 15, with all the coal that I got, I made a forge in the ground, and this would be used to make the armor, tools, all sorts of different things that I would need later on. I tried cooking meat on it, but it does not allow meat, so I still had to cook that in the campfire, which kind of sucks. I also couldn't put a vessel in there with ore to heat it up. I also started working on making my second story of the house, and this is where I'd put my bed.
Ouchie.
While waiting for it to turn morning, I made some glass for windows. Day number 16, I did the same stuff again, fed the sheeps. I worked more on the house, trying to get it finished up. And you know what? I think it turned out pretty well. I enjoy how it looks. I couldn't do too much with it, but you know, I did what I could. I did what I could. Also, what's wrong with this zombie? Day 17, I finally got enough wool to make a bed. It took too many days. This took so much time. 17 days, with each day being 20 minutes, took more than I would like. I also ended up hearing this dog barking, and I could not find it for the life of me. I searched all around the area where I heard it, and I eventually found it in this tree. Look at that.
You are my dog now.
It didn't last too long because he ended up attacking my sheep. And you know, I wanted my sheep more than I wanted a dog, so I did something bad. Day number 18, I just made a hoe. That was about it. Then I went to bed. Day number 19, I made a prospector's pick and actually the hoe. I made both of them. Planted some crops, and searched around for some ore, but I pretty much came up with nothing the entire time. All right, day 20, 1/5 the way there. This day sucked. I tried finding ore, found nothing. Anyways, moving on. Day 21, I found a large sample of bismuth ore in the ground. So I went down there and got some of that. That'll last me a while. Pretty much did this the entire day. I think I ran into the bear in the water again. Yeah, right here. Just kind of stared at him. Wonder why he's still in there. Day 22, I tried finding some more ore, but as it turns out, I really suck at it, so I found absolutely nothing. Got mad, killed these pheasants, and that's it. Day 23, I decided to explore this cave, because I haven't explored any caves, because I immediately get destroyed by monsters. So I made my way down there, and turns out there's still monsters, and they still hurt.
Oh, there's 2 of them. No. Alright, I'm gone. Nope, not dealing with that. Not dealing with that. I'm not dying on day 23. No way.
Day 24, I got prepared to go out and search for copper. I wanted to find some because that's literally the only ore I needed left to build the bismuth ore. And so I pretty much just went around exploring. Once I found it, I was going to build a small little shack there so I could stay there for a couple days. Found a couple dogs, and luckily I had some bones on me, so I got to tame 1 or 2 of them. And then I ended up finding the original little shack, my starter shack, on day number 1. I did quickly realize that I forgot to make a second bed, so it got night pretty quickly, and I decided not to stay out. I decided I needed to go get another bed, so I just traveled home with 3 dogs. Yes, I got 3 of them.
Can these spiders leave me alone? Jesus Christ, man. Leave me alone. Just go away. Go away.
Day 25, I collected enough wool to make another bed, and I would take that with me so I could actually sleep while exploring. So after making that, I went back out and started my journey again with my 3 dogs, but I didn't end up finding anything, so I just slept in the middle of the woods. Alright, day 26, continuing on with my journey, I stumbled upon some sulfur that I think I found in the very beginning, like near the very beginning. So I just started mining that, and this happens.
Oh, my dog just fell in lava. Oh, no. Don't look at me like that.
So yeah, that was no good, but you know, he wouldn't want me to stop my endeavors, so I just continued mining some more sulfur, and yeah, it happened again.
Are you serious, dude? Are you serious? Another one?
So yeah, and I just continued my journey with 1 dog now, but I pretty quickly found 2 more to replace the 2 that just died. So, you know, nothing of value was lost. Alright, day 27. I stumbled upon some golden nuggets, and so I just went ahead and tried digging down a little bit to see if there was anything down below, but I couldn't find anything, so I just ended up giving up on that. I did end up finding some sulfurite, I think that's how you say it. So I dug around here for a little bit, couldn't really find anything, and then I just went to bed. Day 28, I ended up finding jet, but from what I know, I don't think this is actually useful at all in the game, so I got a little bit of it, but I don't ever end up using it at all. And then, hey, look at that. I ran into some horses and a couple cows right here, so that was pretty good. Then my dog killed a cow. I wanted to come back and get these guys, but the wolves just keep on killing them, so I had to run away from them. The next day, I ended up stumbling upon a bear, so that was no good. I got away before he started attacking me, but yeah, look at that guy. Too many of these guys around here. They're kind of annoying. But yeah, then I came across this wildfire. Look at that. And then look at this, I stumbled upon some tomatoes. I was gonna use this to make a BLT. I wanted to make a BLT. That was one of my goals for this this playthrough. So I got that. I also got some garlic I found. So it was a pretty good day. Day 30, 1 month in, and oh boy, I found a lot of jute. And that's nice because I can now make some rope to grab the cows and horses and things like that and lead them back to my house. So it was nice and good. I found some, I think this is wheat, oats, I think. I found a bunch of different things like that. So yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. My dogs were kind of annoying me quite a bit. So I just kind of left them there. I didn't want them anymore. I just left them. I'm a bad owner, put it that way. I found some more tomatoes, and I found this peach tree. Also stumbled upon some more horses, but I can't grab them yet. I don't have rope, so I just left them there. I took note where they're at and went to bed. Day 31. I didn't have a boat, so I had to swim all across the ocean to get back to my house. But there it is. It took a while. But when I got back, most of my food was expired. Pretty much all of it. I think all my meat expired, and I think I really only got left with that potato. But I brought some bushes back, so that's nice. I still had these green beans, and I think they're ready. Yeah, look at this. Nice and good, nice and good. So yeah, I ended up collecting all of this stuff, all these green beans, and then I ended up putting some oak logs into barrels of water, and that makes tannin, which I'd need later for leather. Need a lot of leather, make some cool stuff from it. Day 32, I ran back to an area where I found copper, and I want to try and dig down and find it because I really needed copper at this point. I was getting real low, so I started making a mine shaft and just looking for whatever I could find. But I spent all of day 33 looking for it, and I couldn't find anything, couldn't find it, just kept on digging down, and day 34, still in the mines, and no luck. I had no luck with this area. So day 35, I just said, screw it, I'm not working on the copper today, no more. I decided I wanted to make a small little food shelter area, because the darker the room is, the longer your food is preserved. So I want to make a small little bunker and store my food in it.
How did that even happen?
After having a couple of mine collapses, I eventually got it right and made this little area, and this is where I'd store my food. I wanted to find salt, and I thought I wanted saltpeter, but I actually just wanted salt. But I just went around looking for things. I found this cinnabar here. Again, I think that's pretty much useless to me, at least at this point in the game. But I was searching for salt. I was a man looking for salt, and I did end up finding this large sample of saltpeter. And again, I thought I wanted saltpeter. Apparently, saltpeter and salt are two different things, and I'd find that out pretty quickly. Day 37, I figured out how to use my brain and realized that there's multiple copper-like ores that you can use. And so I had a small amount left over, and so I ended up cooking up some, I think it's a chisel mold. I think I had another axe or a prospector's pick, and then a regular pick in there. And I managed to make 3 tools from it. So yeah, that was pretty good. I'm glad I used my brain for once, because this not good at that at all. So I wanted to make a grinder, and in order to get that, you need to use a chisel on some smooth stone, and you can get some like polished stone. It wasn't working for me. I couldn't figure it out. I looked up on the wiki, and I guess you needed a hammer in your inventory. So I finally used that and got some of the polished stone. But and I made the base for the grinder. But then I realized something. You needed smooth stone, and for the top of it, and I couldn't figure it out. I spent way too long looking it up. But apparently, you have to mine all of the blocks surrounding smooth stone, just like this, and then it will give you one. That took me way too long. I don't know why they'd have it like that, but I finally made the Handstone grinder, and finally I can make some bread. I've been wanting bread for so long because I could only eat corn for the grains. So now I got some bread here.
Hey, look at that rice flour. All right, let's get some wheat. Get some wheat in here. I want to make some bread.
On day 39, I immediately woke up and made the dough, which is just where you grab a bucket of water and then the dough and mix it together, and it doubles the amount of food you have when you do that. And then I cooked it up, and I got my first couple of pieces of bread here. I also grabbed the jute that I found and put it in the barrel here so I could get some jute fibers, and with that I can make some rope so I can go and grab those cows and horses again. And since I wanted to grab the horses and cows, I made a new fence because the other fence with the sheep is just too tiny for all the animals I wanted. So day 40, I made my first sandwich here, and oh man, gotta love corn and peaches in your sandwiches here. But ate that up, you know, nice and good. And then I wanted to go out and find the cows and horses. I made the jute fibers and tried making the rope, but you know, I looked at the wiki, and sometimes I guess the wiki's wrong. It took me probably 20 minutes to figure this out, and I actually had to look up a YouTube video and watch someone make the rope, because the wiki just said it to do it a completely different way that was just wrong. I guess it's outdated or something. But I then went out exploring to try and find the horses and cows again. Stumbled upon that apple tree there. Then look at that, I found the cows, but it was getting kind of late. So before I could bring them back, I would have to sleep out here. Day 41, I woke up and immediately ran over to the horses, and oh, look at that, there's a donkey right there. I really wanted the donkey, and I regret I never went back for him. I just grabbed the horse. You know, I went one horse, good enough. Didn't have enough for you know, two horses, or a donkey and a horse, and then 2 cows. I didn't have enough, so I just ended up grabbing the horse and then 2 cows and started heading back. And I gotta admit, I was being a little reckless here, and I had my face cam, or I had it so it was facing me, and I ended up running into some gravel and breaking my boat, and I didn't have the materials to make a new boat, so I had to swim back again. Oh, it took so long. It took so long to get these guys back. It took me all of the day, like the rest of the day, to get them back. But eventually I got them back here. And got them into the fence post, which was very nice, very nice. I really need dairy. I need cheese, or, you know, milk or something. So that's why I really wanted these cows. This is where I found out that saltpeter's not salt, and I cannot use it to preserve my meat. So yeah, that was a waste of time mining that. Day 42, I literally did nothing. I tried making leather, but quickly realized I'm stupid. And day 43, I went out to find food, because I had no food other than meat, pretty much. Because I believe it's wintertime right now in the game, so I just went out exploring, trying to find something. And day 44, I killed another cow, but you know, I still couldn't find any vegetables or fruit or, you know, grain, nothing. Couldn't find anything. I almost fell off that cliff there. That would have been no good at all. I did end up finding a large sample of that ore there. I'm not going to even try and pronounce that. It's pretty much just copper. So I did a quick little mark there. Then the boat on day 45 just disappeared. Poof, gone. No trace of it. I tried relogging. Nothing. It just vanished. So, okay, I guess. I did manage to find this orange ore at the bottom of the ravine here. I just took a screenshot of it and left it because I didn't really want to mess with it at that point. Day 46, I just kind of forgot to record for like most of the day, but I didn't really do anything other than just walk home. So I did eventually get home, and I don't think I really did much after that. Placed some berry bushes here. Got a couple more of those. so that's pretty cool. Day 47, I found out it was pretty easy to make arrows, surprisingly easy to make arrows. So I made that, and then I made a bow here, and that's pretty much all I did for day 47. Not much happened. Day 48, I got my first bucket of milk from my cow, Mommy Milkers. Mommy Milkers, yes, that's its name. So I can start getting my health back up because it's super low. And then I went out exploring. I wanted to find marble. Really needed marble because that makes flux. And I managed to stumble upon some bismuth here, so that was pretty nice. But I need flux for you can make a couple things from it. You can make lime water, which is what makes leather. You also need it to make weapons and armor. So I really wanted to find it, and I pretty much spent the entire day searching for it, but didn't end up finding anything and just went to bed. Day 49, I continued exploring, but really didn't find anything. And it turns out today's actually the first day of winter. I said it was winter earlier. That was wrong. But on day 50, I decided I really needed copper, and I had to go get it. So I pretty much spent the entire day of day 50 trying to get ready to go, prepare myself to leave, and find some copper, drink some more milk from Mommy Milkers here, and I set off on my journey. On day 51, I made it to the island that had my the copper on it. That copper that I found, again, I can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to bother. I took coordinates of, so I'm finally going back there. I wanted to make a small little like base on the hill here, and just spend a couple days mining out some copper. So that's what I did there. On day 52, I just continued working on the little hut I was making. I didn't want anything too fancy, and then I started working on the mine. I decided to dig right here because it said that it was a very large sample, but I couldn't find anything after a while, so I think I ended up giving up and just going to a different mine and trying over there. But I didn't find anything, and then I just had to go to bed, defeated. Day 53, I continued working in the house again. I put a nice little cobblestone floor there, then I went back into the first mine and just kept on digging. And you know what? I will regret when I stopped digging there, because I'll do a little spoiler. I was probably about like 4 blocks away from the ore that I needed. But me being dumb, I decided to start in a third area where I thought the ore was, but turns out I wasted a lot of time. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, so I went back up and went to bed, and on day 54, I just continued back in that same mine. I spent a lot of time in there, and I didn't find anything. You know, I searched far and wide, and nothing. And then yeah, my pickaxe broke. So I was defeated. I was a man that was defeated, and I just decided I didn't want to be here anymore. So I packed up and I just ran home. On day 55, I did notice that it started to look more and more like winter. There was some ice growing, and I got back to the house and I made a sword mold because I did have a little bit leftover copper to make the bismuth bronze. Then I also made a axe mold as well. And then I got a nice little surprise here. We had some baby sheep. Yeah, they've been pregnant for a while, and they just now had their babies. It takes a while in this game. Day 56, I went back down and got my ore, made the axe, and made the sword. So that was nice. That was nice. Finally can fight mobs easier because I've had some trouble with them for a while. So yeah, after making that, I made some sandwiches, and I got prepared again to go back to the cabin because I grabbed my spare pick. So I just immediately went back. I was very determined to get that copper ore that I was searching for. Day 57, I decided to dig a hole. Just kind of felt like it, you know. I had the urge to dig a big hole, so that's what I did. that could have ended badly. I didn't end up finding anything in the hole though, so I just built back up. After that, I ended up going to that ravine that I found the orange ore in, and it almost cost me the game. Yeah, look at that. Just a couple more blocks, and that probably would have killed me. And by day 58, I made it to the ore, and I was really hoping it was copper. So I just went down there, and no such luck. No such luck. This stuff is pretty much useless to me. I got a couple pieces. I think I got like a stack, but that was about it. Managed to run into a bear on the way back. Then another bear. Bear City over here. Day 59. I finally struck gold. I went back into the original first mine I did, and I decided, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna dig a little bit more. And what do you know? Copper ore right there. Yeah, that could have saved me a couple days if I just decided to dig 4 more blocks down. Yeah, I ended up just digging through the entire night. I wanted to get as much of this as possible. I made a couple of the clay pots to store the copper in, and then I kept on digging throughout the night. And by day 60, I was still mining. I mined the entire day of day 60. And by day 61, I was more than happy with the amount of ore I got. So I decided it was time to head home. And look at all the ice there. It's really starting to get winter time. But I eventually made it home on day 61. And hey, look at that! I got 2 more babies. We have 4 baby sheeps. Day 62, I went out searching for the third and final ingredient I needed for bismuth bronze. It's like tin, I think.
Oh look, I found some traces. Okay, that scared me. That really scared me.
It happened again.
Why does it keep on making sounds like it's falling, but it's not?
Day 63. I was making a little bit more progress on the mine. I had to find the layer of stone underneath this one, so I pretty much just had to dig straight down. I eventually did find it, and if you look at that, it's this very large sample of it. So I just kept on going. I did end up finding the culprit of all the collapsing noises. It's all this stone here. I don't know how I caused it, but all of this fell from the roof of this ravine. And by day 65, I found the ore, and I was mildly confused. I was like, why is this just popping out of the stone randomly? If you take a look, I'll show it here in a second. It is just slightly different. Just slightly different from normal stone. I don't know why they made it look like that. I don't know if you guys can even still catch it. It is so slightly different. It is slightly different. I did end up grabbing a good amount of that stuff and heading home on day 66, and I started making all of the clay molds that I would need for the rest of the tools. Later in the day, I decided to make this little chimney thing where my smeltery was. It looks a little bad, but whatever. And then I went back and got all the clay molds that I cooked up, and I did end up doing the ratio wrong for the bismuth bronze because I'm terrible at math. So I got some more, and I tried cooking it again. We'll see if this time it works. And by day 68, I went out in the morning, and oh boy, I didn't do it right again. So I got mad and went and grabbed my pen and paper and did math for longer than I would like to admit. But I guess it all worked out. So I did manage to get it finally managed to get the ratio right. And after that, I just started making all of my my molds here. Got pretty much all the tools, so that was nice. Day 69. Nice. I went and tested out my new scythe I got, which this thing pretty nice. It comes in handy getting sticks and all the thatch. And then after that, I decided I really needed to find marble. I really needed to find marble for flux. I couldn't make leather or my other tools I would need until I got it. So I went out exploring for the rest of the night, but I didn't end up finding anything on day 69, so I just went to bed on the beach. And by day 70, I just kept on exploring, and I managed to crash my boat. And wow, you think I would have learned? I don't have the tools to make another boat, so I was gonna have to swim back once I decided to come back from my adventure. And I pretty much just explored the entire time. I went around looking for the stone that I needed. I didn't find anything on day 70, so day 71, still looking for stone. But I did start slightly heading back to the house because it was. I think I traveled around 5,000 blocks, so I couldn't stay out long. And day 72, yeah, we're going fast on these now. I was still heading back. I had to swim home really slowly because no boat. I crashed that thing. I did manage to find this flawless emerald here. I just thought it was cool. Never ended up using it, but it was, cool find. Still swimming back. Yeah, that really sucked. Swam through pretty much the entire night until I finally found another island to sleep on. And day 73, it is the first day of spring. Finally, I'll be able to find more food again. And I, just still heading back. And man, it took a while, but I did eventually get back to the house. And you know what? I said, screw it. I'm making my BLT. I have everything for it. So I made the BLT. This was my goal from the beginning. And look at that. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. And day 74, I decided, you know what? It's the first day or second day of spring. I need to make a farm. I am running out of food. I really need to make this farm. So I grabbed pretty much all my seeds and just started putting them out here. I am a little bit stupid. I need water. You need water for your crops. So they didn't grow very fast, but it is what it is. And day 75, I don't remember what I was doing on day 75. I think I decided I was still gonna go for marble. I checked my notes, and yeah, I was going for marble again. Just kept on exploring. I really wanted that marble. Again, I couldn't really make any more progress without the marble, so I managed to just sleep on this rock on day 75, and day 76 just kept on going on the boat. But I would run into a little hiccup here. I traveled probably 3,000-4,000 blocks, and man, here's a little I sped up the footage for you. I could not find anything. I genuinely was like lost at sea. I was getting frustrated. I was running out of food at this point. I was just defeated. I was defeated. I did end up like turning a different way to find an island because I figured by the pace I was going at in that one direction, I wasn't going to find anything. But it took the entire day of day 76 to find an island, and I finally made it to one, and my boat broke. So that was no good. And then I just slept on the island. And day 77, I forgot to record. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to record, but I did end up finding marble. That island that I landed on had marble on it, and here's me collecting some right now, just to show you I didn't get it from cheating here. I got it from this area I found. I don't know why I did that. I think I was just in a bad mood. And then I decided I was gonna fight this bear, and man, this bear got hands, bro. This bear got hands. See how much damage that did? Yeah, no way. And day 78, I was a happy guy. Found my marbles, so I was just heading home all of day 78. And I brought more wood with me. I brought more wood so I could make another boat after that second one broke. I learned. I finally learned. And here's me making some flux. Finally can get leather, and I can also make armor, the metal armor from bismuth. So that was pretty nice. And here's me putting in my first piece of leather. This is step one of a 3-step process to get some leather. Day 79, I came back, and you had to put the soaked leather on a wooden log and then use a knife and cut away at it. I don't understand this process. I'm sure it's how you do it in real life or something like that. You scrape it, but I got a large scraped hide. So then you put that in tannin, and no, you don't put it in tannin. I'm just kidding. Haha. Anyways, after that, I decided I needed to move my farm to somewhere with water. So I went out behind my house and went to this little lake here, and just started digging out a nice little plot of land to put my my crops on. I did end up managing to figure out how to put that leather in. You had to soak it in water first, and then soak it in tannin. Yeah, it's like it's too many steps. My brain could not handle it. On day 80, I got my first pieces of leather. I'm pretty sure this is like a starter thing you're supposed to have. It took me a little too long to get it done. But I did manage, and I wanted to make a saddle, and I wanted to make this quiver so I could store my arrows in it. After that, with the last piece of leather I had, I made a leather chest plate. Yeah, look at that. Finally a little bit protected. You know, I'm not barebacking the wilderness here. And then here's me still moving my crops on day 80. And by day 81, I made some more bismuth bronze. I needed a lot of bars, because I wanted to make a anvil, and I found this little glitch here. I don't know why I did that. I was gonna throw out the stuff that duplicated, but thankfully it was just a visual glitch. But I wanted to make a anvil, and you need to weld 2 bismuth bronze bars together to get 1 double ingot, and then after that you need 7 of those. So I needed 14 bars in total. And on day 82, I went searching for a specific kind of smooth stone that you need for the anvil, the very first anvil, because I can't just weld them without having an anvil. So man, I said anvil a couple too many times, I think, but I was just looking around. For, it was like 4 different stones I could get, but none of them were by my house. So I went out exploring, found this cool cave, kind of spooky. Found another bear. I think I ended up killing this bear because he was stuck in the water, and I thought it was funny. And after that, I just started heading home because I think I was like, I remember there was a hot spring right by my house, and I'm pretty sure it had the stone I actually needed for the first anvil. So I went over there, and sure enough, it was the right stone. So, you know, that whole adventure I had killing that bear was kind of pointless. Day 83, I got to work on making those double ingots, and I quickly realized that man, I don't know how to do that. I'm kind of stupid, not gonna lie. It took me probably a good solid 5 days to figure this out, and I would quickly find out that man, I don't know what I'm doing. I tried figuring it out here again. Should have worked. I was like, what? I looked it up on the wiki. Why isn't this working? You just have to weld it just like that. So yeah, I was stupid, and then I lost 2 ingots there. Yeah, it was not going well for me. And by day 85, I realized I needed a regular copper anvil first, because you can't just make a bismuth bronze one. I guess it's a tier 2 item. I don't know. I don't understand how this works. Anyways, I ended up making a bunch of just regular copper. Apparently, you just put just the regular copper in there. You don't have to mix anything with it. So I ended up making enough copper bars to make the first anvil. So on day 86, I got to work to making the double ingots of these, because it just very time consuming. But look at that, it didn't work again. That time was just because I'm stupid. So eventually got it right here. Look at that very first piece of double ingot. Oh, this was such a process. This really hurt my brain, I'm not gonna lie. And I ended up doing that the entire night of day 86, and by day 87, I made the anvil. It was like a 4-day process, but man, I finally did it. Apparently it's too heavy to hold on its own. I can't walk or jump on my own, so I have to just kind of throw it around. Eventually placed it. Don't need that piece of stone I went looking for half a day for. And then after that, I just decided I wanted to do a charcoal pit. I needed more coal. I couldn't remember where I found all that coal at, so I just figured I'd make my own. You just need a bunch of wood and you put it in a pit and light it up, and bam, you got yourself some charcoal. And on day 88, I went out looking for food. I had probably one piece of fruit, one piece of vegetables, and I had no grain and just meat. So I was running out of the variety that I needed. So I just went out exploring on day 88. Still nothing. I found no food. I found nothing of interest, and I woke up on the beach on day 89 and just kept on going. And I couldn't find anything, so I ended up heading home, I guess. I went back and checked on the charcoal, and it was finally done, so I managed to collect all of that. And after that, I just started getting to work on figuring out how to use the anvil. I didn't really know what I was doing. As you can see, I'm just hitting buttons. And I ended up destroying that piece of bismuth bronze there, because I'm stupid and I didn't know what I was doing. But I ended up just making some more bismuth bronze. I wanted to get the bismuth anvil because I needed that to actually make bismuth tools. It's really grindy. This mod is really grindy. And then on continuing day 90, I just kept on welding, kept on making more bismuth bronze. Day 91, I got my first crops. A couple of them actually were looking nice enough to harvest here, so I got my tomatoes. And then after that, I decided, I needed to head back to the copper mine that we made, because I was running out of copper after pretty much using it all on the anvils. So I managed to go back. I found some jute here on an island while exploring. And after traveling the entire day back to the copper mine, I realized I forgot my bed. Yeah, that hurt. Anyways, I just went down into the mine. I figured I'd just spend a couple overnights getting all the ore I could. So I spent all of 91 and day 92 down in the mines pretty much, just trying to get what's left over. And day 93, I'm back with all the copper that I got. I collected my carrots that were good, and I collected almost all of the grains that I did were all good and ready to go. So I went and collected all of those. That was super helpful. I had no grains after the winter, so I was running really low. My health was getting a little bit farther down than I would like. So I'm glad I got that. And on day 94, I went back down into the tin mine, and I was greeted by a couple of skeletons. And I don't have the proper tools to fight these guys, so it's kind of sucked fighting with a sword. I needed a mace. A mace kills these guys in about 2 hits, so I was not having a good time fighting these guys, but I did eventually kill them all and start mining away at the walls to get more of the tin. And this happened. Yeah, I almost pooped my pants there. That was terrifying. That was a terrifying moment. And then I ended up getting enough on day 94. So day 95, I went out and tried finding a little bit more of the bismuth bronze that I needed. I was pretty much out of every single ore that I needed, so I had to collect all 3 of them. And I did stumble upon this right here in the wall. I was like, what is this? What is this? And it turns out it was platinum. That's pretty cool. It turns out platinum's pretty much useless in this mod pack, so it was kind of worthless to me, but I still mined a couple pieces of it. I didn't try and focus on it too heavily because I still needed the bismuth, so I just went back over there and started mining away at it. And then after that, I just decided, you know, I'm heading home. I'm going away. So I went back home and I found my horse, and I finally fed it a couple pieces of grain, and it started letting me actually ride it. So that was pretty cool. I wish I could have rode it more, because I only had 3 days to ride it, so I didn't really use it. And day 98, I made a bunch more of the bismuth bronze. So I had 4 pieces of the double ingots. I needed 3 more to make that that anvil there. I wanted to get, so the goal was to get enough bismuth bronze to make a chest piece. I wanted a chest piece so I could go down into the caves and be able to fight the mobs without immediately dying. So I did eventually end up making enough of the double ingots to get an anvil. Little lag spike there. Again, can't walk with it that well, but I did eventually manage to get back in that area, and I just started working on the anvil, trying to figure out how to make a chest piece. And God, I wish I was better at this. This was so difficult. And by day 99, I went out, mined a couple of my crops. I was doing pretty well on food, but I wanted to get this chest piece, and I made a bronze sheet. And man, you need 2 bronze sheets to make a chest piece. So I needed to warm those 2 up. Finally got it. It took all night, and then I finally made the chest piece.
Hey, look at that. I finally made it. It took forever.
Yeah, it turns out I didn't make it. You need to get another sheet, and then get a double sheet. So I needed 2 more sheets after that. Then I needed to weld that sheet to the unfinished chest piece. Oh my god, this game's so grindy. Just to make 1 piece of armor, it took me like 3 days of non-stop work. It sucked. I did end up making the chest piece, and then I went, you know what, I want a mace. And by day 100, the final day, I did spend an extra day doing everything, because I didn't do what I wanted to do. So I made a mace, and then I finished my chest piece up, because again, I guess I needed another thing to do. And after that, I went, you know what? Time to go to cave. Time to go to a cave. So I went back to one of the caves I tried exploring and got attacked and just had to leave. But there was nothing really interesting there. So I just went around, but I couldn't find anything cool. Couldn't find anything cool. It was kind of disappointing. So I went down into another cave, hoping I find something cool in here. And I ended up finding a bunch of coal. This was enough to, last a lifetime for anyone. So, if you guys want to see a day, 200 days in the Stone Age, leave a comment telling me, yay, do 200 days or something. I don't know. Because I really enjoyed this overall. I think this was really fun to do and to make. So, if you guys want to see it, I'll do a 200 days in Terra Firma Craft here. But yeah, after that, I figured that was enough exploring the caves. I didn't really find anything cool other than the coal. There was nothing too exciting, so I decided to head back home and watch the sunrise. And I think I was pretty happy with the progress I made. I think it turned out pretty cool. If you look back at the very beginning and then come back here, I've made a good amount of progress. This whole area is kind of terraformed to the way I like it. So I was a happy man. And here's day 101, the sunrise of day 101. This was really fun. I really enjoyed this. It was challenging, but overall I really enjoyed it. So, you know what? Thank you all for watching. If this does well, I'm planning on making more 100 days videos. I'll do maybe even 200 day videos. But yeah, thank you so much.